they do. So I'm new to all that, but I'm part of student organizations that are, you know what I mean? Like, none of us have money to travel gas-wise, so we can't meet with each other all the time. We just do conferences online. So, we're organizing to get our life right. I'm not, nah, dog. You guys, you need to really be intaken as pedophiles, crack dealers, coke dealers, drug dealers, people who are killing during the recession right here in Pittsburgh, people that threaten me for my vest. That's who is going to be in jail. Like, whether it's your initiative or other cops that are in Pittsburgh, you got good cops, you got bad cops. Some don't care. Some just want to, do whatever tickles their fancy. And then other people that really want to put people behind bars or, use psychology for people that need it. Or you're trying to fill a glass when it's already half full. Leave it alone. I'm a glass that's already half full. Fill a glass up that's half empty, because there is people that aren't taking their medication. There is people that don't sleep 8 hours a day. There is people that are wearing scrubs just to fake it for the clout, and they just want to look cool in front of a girl, and they take her home, but they're not trying to build a house for a woman. I'm building a house already. So vested interests, I don't even know what this is, but there's no problem with me like meeting with you guys and all of that. But, in reality, I see myself working with you guys, not up close and personal, but from a remote, From a remote direction, and, not working against you. And nobody's working against me because my IQ is too high. Like, even if they wanted to, I can't be flooded out because, like, this is literally a joke to me. Like, when I was in Los Angeles, I had a job. When I was in New York, I had a job. I worked at Global Skyline on Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? When I was in Miami, I had a job. I worked at Jewish Community Services in South Florida. There were temp jobs. I could still get my SSI. I didn't make more than what, I didn't report to the IRS. So what is Pittsburgh when I know people that I used to work with from Global Skyline on Wall Street, or people in LA, who used to work before I left, they still have a job right now. People in Miami, they still have a job right now. People in Chicago, Atlanta, I hang out with friends that are hard workers. So, I don't, I got a style. People find my style intimidating. I'm an intimidating person. Wearing a vest is intimidating, but it's also confusing. You know what I mean? Because this ain't New York. Have you been to New York?
Yeah, I'm from New York, actually.
What part? The state or the city?
Oh, upstate, like way up.
So you're tuned to this. Where are you from?
30 minutes north.
Yeah. Yo, I'm not trying to totally like do all the talking. It's just I rarely ever have a chance to talk to my actual friends. So, I do want to, talk to you guys about, some of your perspective, but not about this shit, because like this is what I study. I major in the same thing that you guys are doing right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a forensics officer. I work for myself. That's it. But you know what it is? Like in Pittsburgh, in a city of 300,000 people, the people that actually become cops, they don't. I can't say usually because I haven't been here, but according to Consensus Bureau, how many guys have their own security company? Like white or black? I don't know too many people that have their own security company. How many people walk around with a vest?
I can't think of any.
So yeah, you know what I mean. Like I that aspect I see, but that has nothing to do with 911. But that's my point. So I was in the court for me calling 911. Nobody called 911 on me. Nobody reported me. I'm not in court for stabbing somebody, for doing any bodily harm to anybody. So people that are worthy of being psychologically, asked questions while it's a waste of time and my time is $1 million, that's a joke to me. And it's a joke to anybody because I'm the one that called 911. Nobody called 911 on me. The only thing a long time ago, that case that I beat was about the taser, and the battery was dead whenever they got there. And it was a huge joke. So, but I do perceive how something like that could happen because it's not normal for people to see. And there's a lot of people that have full blown schizophrenia. Okay? And that's a huge difference between schizoaffective, let alone just tendencies or anxiety or anything. Because not only that, it's Pittsburgh. So the size of Pittsburgh causes what's known as mass hysteria for anybody to do what's out of the ordinary. That's all. So I'm not really doing what's out of the ordinary. I'm pursuing a career that's out of the ordinary for some people. You know what I mean? But, every time I watch the news, people are begging for police officers and guys step up to the plate. But you're not stepping up for my bloodline. I am. And not only that, you're not my kid's dad. You're not my wife's man. You're not nothing to me. Like you're not sustaining whatever my friends require to sustain their livelihood. We are. So we're Stack Books Foundation. We're Parent Group Confidential LLC. We're American Muscle Security LLC. Think tank. We're a think tank, but we are a people. And you know what I'm saying? We're students, and I'm used to this. These are the people that, if you look through my paperwork, people that I record with, people that you know what I mean? It's just another case of the PTA. It's just another case of the person who in the alphabet doesn't fit in the PTO. Like I am PTO material, but I'm not dating anybody here in Pittsburgh. I'm not interested in dating anybody here in Pittsburgh. If so, it's somebody that, is actually a college student that would choose me and not me choose them, because right now I choose books. So that's all. Like, you know what I mean? But right now, Pittsburgh itself is a real unstable place for people that, aren't really, solid. No, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. So, through all this time, nobody has made a police report about me. I'm the first to dial 911. So that's all. I don't feel, nah, man, no way, dude. My friend just died. He was shot in a studio, and that's not a joke. You know what I'm saying? Asheville Police Department, they apprehended the people that they believe were responsible for it, and they're in court right now. But the professors that I study under, like a lot of us, we experience similar things. You know what I'm saying? So like people have people that died, and you're a law student, so they don't ask us to literally write everything down or whatever, because it's all online. Like I'm a student right now. You know what I'm saying? So but for examples to answer questions, this is what we have to do. So it's like nah, man, nah, dog. I'm straight up a cop. You know what I'm saying? I'm a cop. I multitask. It's just I get it. It does make sense for us to meet, but not intake. That's because me being in a controlled environment makes more pedophiles outside. It makes murderers outside. It makes criminals outside. Crack, coke deal. I don't get involved with the drug, like whatever the DEA does. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by being involved is I don't volunteer for them, because the same signs that you get off FBI.gov, if you do what churches do, the bravest one, you could go to DEA.gov. You could go to CIA.gov. There's so many .govs that are government affiliated. Marshals, USMarshals.gov. And they have a different fugitive list, each one. Like FBI.gov, they have drug people that are there for looking for drug charges, but not like the ones on DA.gov or whatever, or from what I know. That's another world. So if I ever decided to work in like forensics in that facet, that would be later on in my senior year, because that's too above my head. There's people in Pittsburgh that would whack me in 0 seconds. You know what I'm saying? So I just do this because I know what I'm doing when it comes to this. Like I'm not coming into this, naked eye. I'm just coming into this more like a newbie in the physical body. You know what I mean? I'm not prepared to be rushed by people who are armed to the teeth. But if it's just like one person that I randomly don't see, and all of a sudden I see that they have a firearm, I am in body and mind and spirit, sound mind and sound faith and sound. Wait, how does it go? Good sound.
Body, mind, spirit.
Nah, it's of sound faith and good mind, whatever it is. It's a term to you for you to say in theory. It's not just there. You could do it in practice. There's multiple guys that
Karate, self-defense,
martial arts.
martial arts. Cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so the guy tried to pull a firearm out on me in front of Verizon. Whenever I was walking off the bus and I wanted to go use the bathroom real fast. So I was trying to get to somewhere where I could find the bathroom. And I was walking and I had bags as big as that. And he says, yo, man, like, you know, like you're not even going to say, excuse me. I'm like, dude, I don't have time. If I say anything else, I'm going to be peeing all over myself. I'm carrying a lot of bags right now, so I don't have time. And he thought I was getting smart and he pulled out a firearm and it clicked back. Like, so it was like one of those revolvers, you know what I mean? But it was small, you know what I mean? It just went like that. Like, it was black, you know what I mean? So I was like, all right, now you have my attention. So I'm going to put my bags down and you're going to put that away or I'm going to arrest you right now real fast, like faster than you could take a dump. Like, cause like I couldn't hold my pee because that didn't happen yet. But when that happened, I immediately held my pee. I'm like, yo, listen, dude, put that away and walk away and do it exactly how I tell you or you're under arrest. Because, you know, like that's it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Put it away right now. He looked at me like I was crazy. He's like, what? And he was about to like really think, like go into mode because he looked right, like up the street, like our direction where we're at. And then he looked left, like down the street, like towards like, you know, Liberty Ave, where that intersects Smithfield, because this did happen on Smithfield, 500 in Smithfield, right in front of the Verizon. As soon as I got off the bus, right there. And then, you know, he looked right, and as soon as he looked left, I'm like, like my handcuffs are literally on me right now. So faster than anything, I put out my handcuffs like this, and one click, just like that. I'm like, walk away. He's like, all right. He's like, all right, you got that. Because those guys, they know they could recognize a cop and they could recognize an op. And I'm a cop. I'm not an op, because a cop, I didn't even realize this until, did you know that? Do you guys hear the term op?
No, I was going to ask you.
I've heard it. I have a 16-year-old who is with somebody.
She listens to that rap crap, though.
Yeah.
Don't let her listen to Prince rap. No, you're welcome to talk crap on me. Say whatever you want. Say I'm the next Diddy. Say I'm the next R. Kelly. Say whatever you want just to keep your kids not listening to me. Because I don't think anybody should listen to my music unless they're a full-grown adult. Because I talk like a trash can. You know what I mean? And I would do the same thing to you. Like, you're a rock star or rapper. I'm like, no, don't listen to that guy, dog. Unless your mom says so, then it's cool. But like, but it's a cop with no cuffs. I didn't know that. I had to ask people. Like I do telemarketing in my spare time, and I ask people randomly when I cold call them, and I just ask random questions. Like, I'm calling to ask you, is your refrigerator running away? But I'm like, have you ever heard the term op? Does rap music make you mad as you know what I mean? Just talking it like I'm trying to sell them something, you know what I mean? And I ask people, what does it mean? And like, yeah, well, we've heard it means a cop with no cuffs. And I was like, oh, all right. Because at first I thought it just meant like, I'm not trying to sound derogatory and sexist, but you know, the guy's the worst throw around. So I thought it meant like a cop with no balls, no cop. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that's what it meant. No disrespect, pardon my French, but guys are foul. So I thought it meant like female cop or a guy who's a nice guy like me, because I take a lot of crap, and a lot of people, you know, girly cop, flashlight cop, I hear it all. You know what I'm saying? Sell out. You're just trying to be a cop because you don't want to get harassed like us. You're, and you know, the Black Lives Matter thing. And I really thought it was just like a person who's not a manly person, but to some people it might be, but to others it literally means if he doesn't have the cuffs, then you could try what that guy did. And when he looked in my eyes and he, you know, just like you guys, I pulled out my cuffs, you guys didn't jump. You work in a jail, so you guys are probably used to people, you know, exhibiting maybe a behavior that may look like it's threatening, but, you know, not really threatening. He's just talking. He's a person who talks with their hands. So, you know, I was really going to cuff him really fast. And, you know, nobody, like, I can't be can't hit me that close with a firearm. It's impossible. You would have to. It's really. It is, but it's a matter. If you don't know how to disarm somebody, I know how to disarm somebody because a long time ago I thought you would grab them. That's not at all what you do. It's not it all depends. But the closer a person is to you, then the less likely they are to hit you with a firearm unless they're a cop or somebody in the military who gone wacko. They went rogue, yeah, they're going to hit you. You know what I'm saying? They actually are. It's probably not going to be in a vital spot the closer that because you need a distance, not too much distance, but it's, like if you come close, like you got to come at an angle. And so I'm not going to come out here because I'm going to miss. I'm going to straight forward like I'm cutting through cheese. So if you're coming, it's just a chop. You know what I mean? It's really Aikido. It's basically what Steven Seagal does. So if you use the wrong arm to extend, they just slide off you and boom, hit you right in the stomach. But if you use the right arm, you chop it outward. So it depends wherever they're standing. So if they're standing at a whatever angle, you turn, achoo, or excuse me, I have to sneeze. You probably don't want to achoo because that will make them jump. But excuse me, I have to sneeze. And okay, so what were you saying? Ying like that right there. And then, their arm goes here. If they're really that determined, they're probably not going to let it go. Like if I would have did that with that guy, he got a good grip on it. He wouldn't have let it go. But what I would have actually done, I would have gone like that, and then you come like this and you grab and you use your elbow. Because if I would have tried to do like that, that guy was too tough. He's taking hits in the face. I wouldn't even try that with him. Like if he would have tried that, I just have to say, I don't care. You can say whatever. I'm not going to. I hear what you're saying because it's your protocol too. But I have to imagine anything because this is my first time meeting you. Like, how many people? Let me ask you a question. How many people do you think look like you in Pittsburgh?
I've been told I look like somebody they knew many times.
What, like on TV or in Pittsburgh?
Like in Pittsburgh. I don't know why that is.
I can't say I've ever known anybody that looks like you facially, but your build, Pittsburgh is a steel city. There's a lot of guys that are like, not a lot, but those guys that you see up in Oakland working construction. Yeah. But with you, like, I probably would have used the same style, Aikido, but you're a lot bigger than him. So most likely, I probably would have just called 911, like immediately. Like with that guy, I could have actually called 911 before, but I called 911 after. Mm-hmm. So when I see the firearm and you're that close to me, I'm not calling 911, dog. I'm gonna like get myself out of harm's way first, and then call 911 because you don't have time. That guy was a loose cannon.
Yeah.
So it's all circumstantial. But yeah, that's the move. It's Aikido. I study under that, and I'm licensed to practice martial arts.
Like a teacher to me, like you've taught it one time.
What, martial arts?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Like my degree is not high enough to teach, and it's code not to teach anybody except family anyhow. Like the people that taught me were Buddhists. Like they were in Los Angeles, Miami, and I took boxing in Newcastle. That guy, he's like Italian but Irish. So like I know that's a weird blend, but I don't know. I don't create people. I just get along with them if I can. But it's a code. Like you only teach your kids and that's it, because anything else is too overzealous. Maybe like your family members if you think they're not going to go loco. But yeah, I know too much stuff for somebody to even try that. But it's not even just that. It's an inner thing. Like I totally, I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna get shot. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna disarm somebody if I can call 911. And that's the point. You know what I'm saying? I called 911 on him after that day. Or after, when I got on the next bus that I was waiting for, after he left first, because he left, he's like, all right, you got me. Because he looked at me and he's like, if I try, it's sizing somebody up. It's really animal instinct. So if he knows he got no lane with me, he's not going to try it unless he thinks that he could do it. Like he was really, he clapped back. And All right, yeah. Let's go. Oh well. Just show me where the place we're meeting
Yes,
at
sir.
is.
Yeah,
But I prefer to be outside in this neighborhood. It's a very criminal active day. It's like a highly criminal active neighborhood. So people are pretty stuff. What? Hold on one second. Yeah. Okay. No, that's not. Just coming from. What about you? I mean, I'm. What are you trading or what? Or are you just gonna get coffee for yourself? Huh?
I was gonna get yours too.
Oh, that's cool. Cause I'm cool with just the water.
Okay.
I just couldn't hear you out my earbuds.
Water.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean,
Gotcha.
yeah, I got my earbuds. I mean, if you want to grab me a tea, that would be, that would be the spot. Appreciate that. Yeah. Not one of those. I'm talking about like a hot tea on that. That's like $4. Yeah.
Regular tea, buddy.
Yeah. Green tea is good. Yeah. So where do you usually go on South Side to get a snack or whatever? Yeah, that's what I do. Cheaper the better. Yeah. I have to take you to the Holiday and Motel 8 is my shit. Pedophile is the first one top choice. Homosexual is cool. Pardon me? Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I don't like gay bashers either. Pedophile, bash away. I said I don't like gay bashers either. You know, I'm totally not homophobic. It's just pedophile. Yeah, I'm germaphobe. Homo be cool. No problem. As long as they don't touch me. What's that? Yeah, hot's cool. Yeah. I'm a loyal husband, that's all. I should get mad and divorce. Record space, we don't like house.
Should have gotten remains.
Oh, did you want to talk
What? I said no.
Oh, that's I'm cool with that. I didn't know that was a thing. I thought because I got it wrapped up, I was like, I have to do that myself. No, it's okay. It's all good.
What else you got going on today?
Engine number 9. Just keeping track of my happy bases. You're a celebrity, you have fans. Like, you worry about yourself and you, but They don't introduce themselves until they say, "Hi, I'm Captain Gates. Nice to meet you. What do you want?" That's why I'm married. You know, a wedding ring a day keeps happy days away, especially when my wife is a cop. Keeps me sexy. What's that? Just cracking jokes. I see where your sense of humor is at. No, it's just like I'm from Starbucks in New York. Really? So the jokes there are a little bit more dialogue. Okay. So it's just like I get Starbucks humor because there's one on my street. Really? Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. What part of New York? Every part. I make music. So every now and then I go to Hot 97 and I'm on the radio station there.
No way.
Yeah, right now I'm competing in America's Next Top Hit Maker. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, I do bodyguard services for musicians, and I'm a musician myself. So it's just like I know nobody's trolling me. I just do that just to test people. It's like a knee slapper.
Some parts Londoners don't do that.
The recession's boring, so people. Yeah, I just gotta spice things up.
Yeah, man.
That's cool. That's cool. What's that in New York? Yeah, cool. No problem. Yo, you could actually hold this one, but I'll get it back. I appreciate it, man. So, what do you know about the music industry? You look like you play it in for yourself. What you play?
I guess I did hold the keyboard.
You ever hear this guy named Aarao at home? He's really huge on the internet.
Yeah.
He's really huge. Like he walks around and he just plays like a portable keyboard, and he has a microphone and he just tells people freestyle and it's pretty cool because it's during the recession.
Yeah.
A lot of people are tense, so every now and then you'll see like Wall Street guys just rapping and just like he mixes it up. He doesn't just ask guys that look like me.
That's cool.
Yes, Ari at home. Yeah, it's just total Sure, no problem. Whatever you need to get home. It's a really nice building. When I first came in here, I was like, I didn't know what to expect. I thought we were gonna like the last time I was gonna meet with whoever was gonna meet with us today. I thought it was gonna be like on the ground floor. You do what you gotta do. I just gotta let you know I got an exam today, and I also gotta be at work. I go to school at Coursera, so it's online. Okay. So it's just whenever I log on, but I can't answer your questions and my professors at the same time.
No problem. We'll make sure you're out of here by the time.
Yeah, man. It's all good. I don't mind getting to know you.
Yeah.
One of these days, whenever my other phone. I got a legal representative. That's a part of my confidential.
Sorry, I'm just texting Renee.
Do your thing. Yeah. I'm not trying to distract you. They're gonna appear in a Zoom one of these days, so they can see who I tell them about. Yeah, I don't pay them or nothing. They're just somebody that I know from the music industry. They know a lot about criminal law, and they think this whole thing is a joke. It's just like they don't know who it is. It's just they like all the classes that I'm taking on Coursera and stuff.
Yeah.
They give me pointers on which classes to take, like special interest groups and citizens politics.
Yeah.
So I'm doing kind of like two things at the same time. I totally haven't given up music.
I see. Yes. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
What's that?
Is that Georgetown?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So I do music at the same time, but like I'm also serious about forensic science.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
you know what I'm saying? I got a foot in both worlds. So if music doesn't work out, then I could be a good
Hey, Renee.
lab rat.
That's okay.
I was like, dude,
Come on. Here, we were just talking.
Hey, Don, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
Thanks, sorry I'm late.
Oh, yeah, it happens. Yeah, you know it is.
Yeah. How's your day going today?
Excellent. Yours?
Good.
Good.
Yeah. Nice.
Did you want coffee?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I just had a lot.
All right.
Probably too much. So I know we talked like really briefly at court, just like basically that we would meet today. So I figured we could go over like what the services that we offer are
Yeah.
and explain that to you. And then if you want, we could get started on the intake so we can see how
I'm
far
not
we
interested
get.
in doing no intake with any of y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm a student, as you can see right here, at NY Law. I also study at Pitt. So everything that I do is for what I do. I do remote work, and I prefer to just do the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn thing and stay outside and camp and just learn like all this. This is what I do. This is rec contracts, but I also have contracts for the labor that I do, like general labor as far as a forensics officer. So I already have clients, and like everything that I do is on a need to know basis. So I don't share my personal information with you. I'm just giving you a visual of what I do so that you can see that I'm not somebody that's intake material. I'm an extrovert all the way, and everything I do is reflective of my ability to handle the recession climate. You know what I'm saying? So that's all. I just came down here to show you what I'm showing you right now, because all this paperwork speaks for itself. But I don't mind you guys getting to know me, so you can reflect to the what do you call it, the judge or whatever, what she thinks. But you know what I'm saying? Like this, we're here to discuss 911. So I want to know, you know what I'm saying, dates, and, which is what I asked the standing counsel, which the state provided for me, but by law, you know what I'm saying, I have the right to just like use my own, and that's what I do. But I've seen in cases prior to what I'm doing right now, attorneys don't have to show up in their flesh, they could show up on Zoom if it's necessary.
Yeah.
But this is for 911, this isn't even for a speeding ticket or anything like jaywalking.
Right.
So I already know, and I have all the paperwork of like, what happens when there's a 911 confusion. But I also have dates on paper of when I called, and it's because people threaten my life every single day. So that's all. So I mean, as far as intake, I decline. Like from now until like, this whole thing is, the ball is in my court. And that's what I'm in the process of doing, because I'm suing the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I'm suing the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania so that I can get my time away from, as you can see, like I don't know what you see, but I have like, graduation parties that I'm supposed to attend to perform to, and like places where I do bodyguard services for people. This says 6/25/25, right or wrong?
Yeah.
That says Philly, right?
Yep.
So this date hasn't happened yet. What's today's date? Today's the 5th, right? 4th.
Yeah, 6.
6? Okay, so that's in 19 days, right? Or 18?
19's going on.
Okay, cool. So
He's
19
not
days
done.
from now, like this is a $50,000 event. So if I win this, I get $15,000 or $50,000 whether I show or not. So I pay money to do all of this, and since I've been showing up to court, I miss dates when I'm supposed to be promoting my show. So the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania owes me that money by law, according to my legal counsel that I talked with. Not what is her name, Sarah Hampton? She represents the state. Public defenders represent the state. They don't represent me. They're neutral. They could go either way if they choose, but it reflective of everything that she said. I'm too good of a law student. She represents the state, so I represent myself. And somebody else is, they could come in, but I'm not going to waste money for them to show up for 911 when I do all this stuff to pay for from my way through school.
Yeah.
So
you said you were going to Pitt, right?
I go to Coursera. It's a teach out, so it leaves me open to study at many schools. I don't go to any school. I just study at different schools via teach out.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I also, you know what I mean? I signed up to be a police officer and go through the academy process, like the guerrilla way, like meaning without the education. And they have different police academies, like at CCAC. You see a student ID number that says 1557957, or does that say that backwards? What's that say?
1957. Yep.
Okay, so that's my student ID number right here for a program. It's for, this is police officer, or does it say officer police?
Please.
Okay, cool. So that says examination pre or pre-examination?
Examination pre.
Okay, cool. So then you know what it is, and that says 5/10/2025. So all of these times I'm missing, like when I come here to meet with you guys or whatever and all of that, like I'm missing times when I'm supposed to be going here to get prepped and all of that. But I make up for that myself. But nevertheless, this is wearing on my body when I have to carry all this stuff by myself that I wouldn't have to go through if you guys didn't drag me, here and all of that, or not drag me, but ask me to. So I mean, that's all. I don't know who's to blame for that. It's not my responsibility to know who's to blame for that. But I do have incidents reports that nobody ever, discussed with me about. You know what I mean? When I ask for help, whenever somebody like Octavius Clark tries to stab me and I try to get a PFA and I have to go out of my way to ask my professors, what can I get? Like, there's an order of protection that you can get if it's not a domestic issue. So it's too much, and there's guys here in Pittsburgh that do the same stuff. No intake for me though. It's you know what I mean. I've been putting in extra work. I'm 45 years old. Your courts and your court officers should be intelligent enough to see that this whole thing is a waste of time. I mean, I get it for like a quick peek because, do you work in the streets of Pittsburgh?
No. So we work with patients who are anywhere. Most of our patients.
I mean, but are you?
jail.
So you said intake, right?
Yeah.
So you mostly work in a controlled environment.
Inside the jail or
All right,
wherever
cool.
patients
So you work in a controlled environment. I work outside. My job is a forensics officer. I have an LLC, Parent Group Confidential LLC, and I have the paperwork with me. So if I'm not hanging these signs up in the street and in the woods, then I'm in the woods, just studying forensic science in general. So that's my environment. Other than that, I'm not here to just sit here and just, huff and puff and huff and puff. Because at the end of the day, whenever I'm done, I'm going to go to work and I'm going to be talking on the phone. I work remotely, so I work on my phone or I work in a podcast booth doing this. I don't know one single judge that's going to literally waste their time. Whenever I come into the courtroom and nobody's blind and there's cameras in the courtroom and you see fugitive pictures of missing persons, I shouldn't be in there for a 911 call. It's obvious, when I call 911, it's for a reason. So it's just a failure of communication and it's not on my part. Period. So there's no intake. I'm 45 years old. All of my clients are serious. I'm dealing with industry clients. This is it doesn't make me peeved at all. It makes every one of my clients laugh at you guys, and you guys are losing. I don't know. You probably get your own streams of income from however you do, from helping people as public servants in Pittsburgh, but no idea is original. So nobody can just if you're a part of some type of a franchise or a government institute, one faction, one sector can't bring in all the income. I'm not a blue chip. You know what I'm saying? I just am what I am. Whatever poker chip I am, I'm not the Clydesdale. You know what I'm saying? So that's all. I just think it's just people in the community that are having a rough time. Wild goose chase, counterintelligence. You know what I'm saying? I study counterterrorism. It's nonsense. People that are wish that they were me or they had the little bit of stuff that I have. And if I had all of my stuff in an apartment, it would have been liquidated already. Somebody literally probably would have just made up some bullshit or just said, because this is what people do. People undermine people. You know what I'm saying? You guys could say you're not about the undermine game, but the time will tell if you're not about undermining people or what do you call it? Embezzlement. What is it called? When you see somebody who's building up some type of assets so that they can move into an apartment, and then you just say, oh, he crossed the street without waiting for the traffic light to change, and then somebody makes up some shit and the guy goes to jail or he's in court. Listen, my tomato. So so while I'm in court, I'm late for paying my bill at my storage unit, and then what happens? It gets liquidated because somebody can easily just auction whatever I have in there. And that's what people are about these days because nobody wants. Well, people do like waiting for a check, but not everybody's like me. So if I have to go in a court a billion times carrying all this paper, and you can't tell the difference between me and somebody that actually, Allegheny County Jail, you know what I'm saying? It's preposterous. You know what I mean? It's preposterous. I just think it's some Ku Klux Klan shit. I really do. I think it's some Nazi stuff or some Ku Klux Klan or some black guy that, might really not be a black guy that's like me. You know what I'm saying? And is, you know what I mean? You can't wait for a 2-week paycheck. The jail is not full enough. It's already full enough. The courtroom, I got to constantly come in here to constantly reassure people whenever I got a meeting to speak at city council now, not now, but this week or next week or something like that. And not in the flesh, but via Zoom or whatever they do. So I'm new to all that, but I'm part of student organ. There's little girls, parents, his own girlfriend. Nah, man, that's not going to happen. Verizon right behind him. And I don't want to get hit. I don't like pain. I'm not like that. So that's it. So I directed him. He took my advice and he left. And then I was like, and literally when he started walking away, it's not something that I do, like knowing, like, you know what I mean? Like something that brings me joy. But when I see somebody complying like that, this is something that something that I'm working on, perfecting. And this is why I study the correctional officer's creed every single day. Is that once it's over, it's over. Let it go. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I started Anger Management TV and an anger managed group this live. Like we Zoom and we talk to each other on the Zoom, but live it's just for whatever. But it's because the dude listened, and then I was just like, I started to breathe, because in the moment you slow your breath, because like any quick thing, he actually could hit me if I'm stupid. You know what I'm saying? So when he listened, it's like, holy cow, it's like you're walking through a yard and all of a sudden you see this huge snake and you're like, your daughter's there or your son's there, or it's close enough and there's nothing there for it to eat but you. You know what I'm saying? So once it passes, the storm passes, like, whew, you know what I mean?
Take a breath.
Yeah, so, and I started to breathe, but then my mouth, because he was more afraid of me than I was of him. But obviously, if you ask me, I never seen this guy before, and I never seen him after. But I feel like he was just afraid of actually doing time, and he just probably considered like, yo, this guy has a pair of handcuffs. There's no way, like, he's not gonna go to jail for that. Like, whether I take him there or somebody gets him there, I'm not like responding with a knife to a knife fight. You know what I mean? So, but I was like, yo, dude, when he turned his back and he walked away, and I was like, he got like 5 feet away from me. I was like, yo, man, I was like, never ever do that again. Yeah, I was like, I better not ever see you, because if I ever see you and you ever do that again, I'm cuffing you, literally on site. I'm handcuffing you, period. And it didn't need to be, but this is just what happens. Like, imagine like you're with your kid or your girlfriend, or imagine you yourself. Imagine if a guy pulls a firearm on you and you direct them to, like, under your professionalism, to walk away, and he listens to you. And then, like, you're thinking like, man, just 5 seconds ago, if I didn't, Super Saiyan up, real style, this guy, he could have shot me. So that's just your cardinal speaking. You don't want to, because he could turn around and then finish me right there. So when I got on the bus, I thought about that, and I was just like, man, because I was gonna call it 911 anyway. But I think back to stuff like this, and I'm like, this is what makes me, have the gumptions to just get as many people to speak at city council that I can. So I got on change.org, I got petitions up, this, that, a third. It's ridiculous. But, you know what I'm saying? This is...
Someone said he's speaking at city council next week.
Here, let me show you. Hold on a second. Before I do that, let me show you something real quick. Okay, so this is my work schedule. I work at DoorDash.
You're busy.
Hold on a second.
Got a lot going on.
So, but look, hold on. This is my earnings. And the reason why it says 0 is because I'm running around, trying to get this homework done, but in between meetings, this and everything else that I'm doing with, like, just extracurricular activity. So, but the less, you guys have me in here, the more that I have time to deliver food for DoorDash. It says what? Saturday the 7th. Hold on a second. Today's Friday the 6th, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So yeah, so all I gotta do, hold on a second. This is bicycle, right? I have a bicycle. This is bicycle.
Yeah. Yep.
So right, so stackbooksfoundation@gmail.com. That's my email. So all I gotta do is go on here and just accept one of these dashes, go grab my bike, and then this says dash now and clear the dash.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
that's the sum of my affairs.
How do you balance it on your bike? It's like a fall.
What, food?
Yeah.
I didn't make no deliveries yet.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Like, am I training from school and just whatever I do, I gotta make sure that the risk management aspect of me living in Pittsburgh is done first, and then I'll deliver food. I'm getting to know neighborhoods by just nonchalantly just falling back and just playing the background and just watching how people act. So, vagrants, on these, what do you call it, like Carson, these main streets, Smithfield, there's some that just hold up signs. I'm not homeless. I don't hold up no signs, but I watch those people because I read the newspapers and I know which ones, can take no for an answer when they ask me if they could have a cigarette and I tell them I don't have a cigarette. Well, can I have $1? I'm hungry, dude. Like I'm not in the same situation as you, but I'm a student, so I can't help you. But some of those people, like if they ask somebody like you, and you said no, they wouldn't listen. They would take advantage of you for your money or whatever you got. It doesn't even matter. Whatever gets their thrill, they might even sexually assault you. So I'm not that type of guy. But there's guys that would even do that to me. So at the end of the day, the reason why I don't really invest and work like DoorDash, even though I have a job, the reason why I don't go is because I got school first. So I do school. Yeah, and I get by with that $900 a month or whatever. And, I'll show you. I am born in Pittsburgh. What about, you said New York, right? Yeah.
I've only been here for like 5 years.
New York is a cool place. I just off and on, I go there and I just promote on the radio and I do like little temp jobs like Global Skyline. But this also gets me through. My music is online. And, you know what I'm saying? I get credited to my PayPal account. And hold on a second. It'll come up. It's just lagging. Oh, that's the wrong one. All right.
Is it like every time someone listens to it?
I mean, streams, downloads. But it's, music, again, is cool. But there's no sense in having a music career when there's a lot of musicians that are crazy. And, that's why I started my security company. So that, eventually it can be more than a think tank. And, I don't have a reason to fear going to a studio if there's people in there, that could do harm to me like they did to, somebody that I know.
Yeah.
So,
seems like you have a lot of talents.
Yeah, not really. I think you have talents as well. What were you doing before this?
In New York, I was working with juveniles, like
Yeah.
an alternative to detention program, so getting them out of jail and keeping them out of jail. So I'm a social worker.
Like a wraparound or like a probation officer?
Yeah. They had a probation officer, and then we would partner with them and meet with them, like at school or at their home and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Good.
cool.
I liked it.
I feel like that's necessary because there is a lot of kids that can be saved.
Yeah.
I was a kid that saved himself. You know what I mean? I wasn't really a troublemaker. The only thing I really did back in the day was smoke weed. So I quit. And I quit smoking cigarettes. I quit hanging out with crowds that were virtually just like, they weren't very ambitious. So, they weren't go-getters. They didn't chase their dreams. But then some of my friends that did chase their dreams, their dreams are a reality now. So I'm still friends with them. And it's not because I feel like I'm better than the ones that were like procrastinators. It's more so that, when a person procrastinates, it's like those are the people that get preyed on. People roll up. Pardon me. I don't want to like talk when I have like never-ending dragon breath.
No worries.
You don't mind if I?
No, go ahead.
All right,
No worries.
But you know what I'm saying. So yeah, it's just, they're all right. I feel like some of them might do well, but again, the guy Chase, somebody that I knew. He was, I think, in what's it called, Carolina. I don't know if it was North or South. Yeah. He died in the studio. I was in the Carnegie Public Library, and I was just sending mass, promotions like on Messenger, like for like these shows, Coast to Coast Live or whatever. And somebody like got one, and there was like, hey yo, listen, I have to tell you something serious. And I'm like, what? And I was like, Chase died. I'm like, really? And they're like, yeah, he got shot in the studio. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, yo, call me whenever you want. You know what I'm saying? And if you ever need somebody to talk to, because they were like somebody that was, they were more friends with him than me. Like they spent a lot of time with him more than me, because he more so chose to promote his music in Atlanta and different places. And I'm not really too keen on Atlanta. I'm not familiar with it. I don't, that's not my cup of tea. Like I'm more so like my crowd is like New York, Miami, LA. So those are where most of my shows where I performed at a lot of places in New York, Miami, Los Angeles. So, I don't really see any purpose performing in Atlanta because number one, I already know that's a violent place. And he got shot in, what do you call it? South Carolina or something like that. Asheville, North Carolina. North Carolina. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know nothing about none of that. So, I've passed through there on a bus going to Miami, but yeah, it's just messed up. So that it's not that I have a lot of talent or I'm too, you know, what do you call it? Spreading myself thin. It's not even that. I could deal with all this. I mean, I'm used to, multitasking. Even if it's not producing a lot of income, if it builds a set of skills, or if it also just builds connections where people can, help me leverage what I'm doing, I'm cool with that. But this stuff with Chase, that surprised me. So that's why whenever people just ask me about anything what you guys are talking about, that's weird to me. You know what I mean? Somebody like, yeah. But that's cool that you help out kids with the whole the wraparound stuff.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it.
Yeah, man, like, shit, that's cool. I'm more so like trying to do just forensics and get a good understanding of it, and just I don't know. I mean, just I'm trying to explore like the security guard aspect of law enforcement. Security guard, start a security company, cybersecurity, just anything security. But I like business. I don't really see myself pushing a pencil or doing all this police stuff forever. But it's a good thing. IP law, maybe like one day using this to open up doors for not the Navy, but just I just pass these out to people who are still young enough to do that. But IP law, like business manager. You know what I mean? So just something that you're not stepping on too many people's feet. Because, if you ask me, man, people are just too attached to, having everything. Money, fancy car, their girlfriend's attention all the time. You know what I mean? I'm just a guy that's like, look, man, if fame is not for me, I'm not gonna just die to have fame. If the dream job is not for me, I'm not gonna just like pull my hair out because I can't get my dream job. I'm content with just like tattooing out of my house, fixing bikes. I'm not too flustered by like if I walk down Carson, I'm gonna get surrounded by the guys in the tents up there at 700. I call it 700 Club. The guys in the tents, the bass heads, and the meth dealers. So I'm used to it. Like when you walk out of your house in Los Angeles. I used to live at 11934 Willowbrook Avenue, Los Angeles, California 90059. That's the Watt side of Compton. That's where it was only for a couple years off and on, working in Hollywood with DJ Lazy K and a bunch of other people. She's good people. I never had a problem with her. Compton, way different. Like that's not West Hollywood. You got to go on the blue line down and then take the green line to West Hollywood and then go there and walk to whatever her studio is at, and then you walk back and then you can do what I just said backwards, and then you're back in Compton. So I had an apartment. I also had a job. So like the neighborhood that I lived in, like it's 2 blocks from where the Blood neighborhood is in Los Angeles. But on the other end is the Crips. So this is a joke. So like nothing has taken me off of graduating at all. Nothing has taken me off of my regiment because of not of sheer bullheadedness. If it was meant for me to take a break and wind down and reassess and maybe try to strategize and do something that's actually going to work, this is actually working. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that I'm doing right now is opening doors, and a person will never have a hectic time dealing with the public during a time like this than if you live in New York or LA, Atlanta or Miami, unless you're really like that. Unless you're really a person that is as serious as, the ball players. New York Stock Exchange, the top doctors, the top lawyers, the top people that are more serious than planet Earth. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not that serious, dog. So, like, I don't mind, like, if they're taking the front seat because it is their seat anyway. For if you mind, can I just, like, be the Benson guy that wipes down the tables and every now and then get to make a beat or do some stage and lighting, maybe be a bodyguard over here, but I'm not going to be like cracking the major cases, bringing down El Chapo, something impossible, like changing the direction.
How modest of you.
Oh man, that's all you, dude. No, but I just like it's better that I feel that I feel that there's a part for me in civil service. Not like I'm not trying to work at Allegheny County Jail like that. Like if forensic science doesn't work as far as being forensics and like with Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
there's people from all over the United States that want that job. I know that. I'm not blind to that. So I'm not gonna be like, oh, hey, yo, what's up? Oh shit, Donnie's here. What's up, guy? Walking into some zone here. That's not gonna happen. But like at my house, like I could totally see myself after I graduate from like via Coursera or whatever, Carlo, any one of these. You know what I'm saying? Even Pitt. Pitt is on here. You know what I'm saying? So, dude, I'm gonna be in a place like Newcastle. Like I could once I work out more, you know what I'm saying, and I catch up with this guy in the gym, but also education wise, you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean, and then I'll know that I don't always have to use my muscles or go into like last minute mode because Newcastle, I feel like, as far as not having. Am I talking too much?
You're okay.
Am I answering some of the questions that you would ask me if I gave you time to speak, or should I ask you what questions are on your paper?
You're covering a lot of stuff, yeah.
Yeah, no. If you're okay with us asking questions, I mean,
Yeah.
for one, I want to say thank you for your time today. You're extremely important. It seems like you play a vital role.
But dude, you don't know. That my boy Chase, man. Like he was here in the flesh. Like he would, like I'm talking to you guys.
Sorry to hear that.
It is. It's sad. It's for his mom too. You know what I mean? Like yeah, that was her only son. So now she has a sister with no brother, and I don't know. I think she's divorced to her husband, and she's really struggling. But I don't know. It's just that's the part because I like just solace. I'm not the type of person to go to parties. Like I don't drink at these Marios or the pitches or anything. I'll hang out outside, so I could just watch people expose who they really are when they're butt drunk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? like I'm not gonna be like, oh, he's a jolly good fellow and be drunk as you, so I can't analyze you from a sober mind state.
Right.
No, I'm just sitting right there in the little cubby hole or wherever I am. You know what I mean? And okay, man, sure, man. I may be asleep, but my phone's not. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be listening to you when I wake up and hit stop and then play and listen to everything you said when you thought I was sleeping, but my phone's not. So, dude, like Newcastle, I like Newcastle. I like all
Newcastle?
those surrounding areas.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where I was living before I came here. I like it. I like it because I know enough people that people like Octavius Clark, which is the reason why I left that area, they're not everywhere. Like, he doesn't have a car. He's a felon. He gets in trouble there. He gets in trouble here in Pittsburgh. Like, I have papers on me, on him, breaking into his kid's mom's house where there's a little toddler there. And Newcastle police definitely doesn't